So this is my first part on how I deliver myself on panic and anxiety attacks. They started when I was 18 and they progressed. And through this journey of dealing daily with panic attacks, I did some research. I learned how to work through them as they were occurring. And I built up to the point where I was just like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm going to help you be able to work through those panic and anxiety attacks. Now, here's my disclaimer. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you to come off your meds that your doctor prescribed you. I'm not doing it. Okay? That is between your doctor, and I know they have to be weaned off. So with that in mind, you can still follow what I'm going to tell you. Okay? I am going to tell you, and a lot of people may not like this, but I am going to tell you to limit, decrease, and possibly wean yourself off of, recreational greens and alcohol. Okay? People might want to get on here and be like, no, that's my medicine. Listen, let's be really honest. If medicine worked, you wouldn't need it anymore. If true deliverance occurred, you wouldn't need the substance anymore. Point blank. Okay? So now that that is gone over, and there's my disclaimer, and I'm not a doctor. I'm just somebody who lived and experienced horrible panic and anxiety attacks. Okay? Somewhere in my journey, I read that the mechanism for panic and anxiety is left over from the caveman days. And when I read that, I kind of was like, I could kind of see that. And why that was is that hunter-gatherers had to be very in tune with their environment, because they're, where do the animals hide? In the bush, in the woods. So they had to be very in tune with their environment. So, goosebumps and that fear, that sense of, oh, there's something over here I need to be mindful of and be ready to fight or flight. So it's that the panic and anxiety is kind of left over from that genetic makeup to where, hey, get the fuck out or stand in and defend yourself. So if you, first thing, when you feel that panic and anxiety and it hits and you feel the adrenaline dump, and what that adrenaline is doing is actually giving you the power, the speed to get the fuck out of here, or the stamina to stand there and whip ass and fight for your life. So that whole body dump, and then the fact that we don't take off running and we don't stand there and fight the air and fight this invisible tiger that was hiding in the bushes. There's other sensations that come up. Like we feel like our heart is racing and we can't breathe. So, one of the most, well, there's many important things, but a very important thing here is to acknowledge that, hey, look around. There's, first of all, no bushes. There might be a building or two, but there's no bushes. There's no tigers. There's no mountain lions. Of course, unless you're actually hiking in the wilderness somewhere. But typically, you're at home. There's no tiger behind the doorway. There's no monster in the closet. Okay? Say those things out loud. There is nothing here for me to be afraid of. There is no tiger around the corner. There's no tiger hiding in the bushes, ready to pounce. I am safe. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. I am safe. Okay? That's it for today. Come back tomorrow and we'll go through some more. Bye.